Peace and love, black family. Peace and love, black family. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson, King Kong Consciousness, International Ifa Tunde, the #1 orator alive, #1 Pan-Africanist of the century, #1 school psychologist in history. Brothers and sisters, I want to come to you tonight because something very wonderful, something very beautiful happened to me this evening. And I just want to share it with you as the entire Pan-African world mourns our brother, our African, Ethiopian, African-American brother Nipsey Hussle, as we all mourn brother Nipsey, okay? And we send condolences and blessings and energy of support to his family, to his queen, to his beautiful children, to his friends, to the entire Crenshaw family, the South LA family, the entire California family. Brothers and sisters, I kind of wanted to add a drop of positive energy in all of this. Let me first say that it is very important that we do not jump to conclusions. Let me first say that it is very important that we do not jump to conclusions. Last night, yesterday afternoon rather, when I heard about the tragic loss of our brother, I had dropped a meme on my social network. And I asked a question. I said, does anyone know if brother Nipsey had planned on investing into Dr. Sebi's products and taking them international? That was my question. That was my question, because I did not want to make the assumption that his death was due to a potential investment in Dr. Sebi's products, because we know going back to the year 2002, my Philadelphia sister, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, was down in Honduras and lost her life in an auto accident while she was visiting with brother Sebi. And if information that has been given out is correct regarding her relationship with Dr. Sebi, she in fact was going to take his product line international. And until I see information to the contrary, I very much believe that her life was taken because of that fact. Taking Dr. Sebi's products international would have cost the pharmaceutical industry trillions of dollars. Pharmaceuticals is one of America's largest export industries. Pharmaceuticals is one of America's largest export industries. America makes more money off of selling pills for diseases that don't even exist and can't cure anything. It makes more money off these pills, these make-believe potions. More money is made off that by this country than almost anything else that it sells. Okay? So until I see evidence to the contrary, I will forever believe that our sister lost her life because she was going to help Dr. Sebi take his products international. So when I heard about brother Nipsey's death, I said, if he was going to do that, that would have posed a significant risk and threat to the American pharmaceutical industry. But I only posed it as a question because I did not know. I understand many people rushed in and said that was in fact the reason why he died. I didn't rush in and say that. I heard a lot of people saying that brother Nipsey was murdered for doing a documentary on Dr. Sebi. I never believed that for a minute. I never believed that for a minute. Not at all. And I'll tell you why. The white man is not afraid of documentaries. The white man is not afraid of documentaries. There's been documentaries on the CIA. There's been documentaries on the FBI. There's been documentaries on Donald Trump. There's been documentaries on the Bilderbergs. There's been documentaries on the Rothschilds. There've been documentaries on the Federal Reserve, the Illuminati. The world is filled with documentaries. Now, 100 years ago, a documentary may have gotten you killed. 100 years ago. Why? Because back then people were so serious about freedom. Back then, people were so serious about freedom that if you gave them a small piece of truth, they were guaranteed to act on it immediately. Let me say that again. Back then, 100 years ago, black, white, any color, people were so serious about freedom that if you give them a little piece of truth, they would automatically act on that little piece of truth. So back then, a documentary would have got you killed. Back then, a book would have got you killed. But in the 21st century, you're not likely to be killed for a documentary or making a book. Not at all. Because the white man understands something about black folks. And guess what he learned about black folks? The American power structure has learned that the more woke Negroes are, the less action they actually take. Let me repeat that. Let me repeat that. The white man has learned that the more woke American Negroes become, the less action you will take. He knows the woker you are, the more likely you're somewhere sitting on your ass watching YouTube videos. The more woke you are, the more time you spend on your distraction gadget known as a cell phone. Your distraction gadget known as a laptop. Your distraction gadget known as social network. He's not afraid of a documentary. No one's getting killed for a documentary. I promise you that. I promise you that. Okay? Was the documentary necessary? Yes, for us. Brother Nipsey's documentary on Dr. Sebi was necessary, critically important for us. We needed it for us. Shout out to Nick Cannon. Shout out to Nick Cannon. I'm glad that our brother Nick Cannon has decided to continue our brother Nipsey Hussle's plan and program and agenda to complete the Dr. Sebi documentary, because Dr. Sebi and his work is a very relevant piece in the contemporary history of African people. We cannot allow his story to be lost to time, because thousands of our ancestors' stories we will never know because they were not documented or recorded. And I thank brother Nipsey's spirit for being pioneering enough, and for that brother to have enough foresight to know we have to document this elder appropriately. Shout out to Nick Cannon. Shout out to Nick Cannon. But the documentary would have been important for us. We need Dr. Sebi's documentary. You need it. I need it. FDMG needs Dr. Sebi's documentary. But the white power structure isn't killing any black person for making a documentary. So I knew that wasn't the reason. I knew that wasn't the reason. That's immediately why I asked the question, was he going to invest in Dr. Sebi's products? But according to new information that came out today, it appears it is alleged that brother Nipsey was murdered for some nigga shit. It appears, once again, that post-traumatic slavery disease, the psychological residuals of slavery, modern day Willie Lynch, the psychopathological self-hatred and jealousy that Africans have for each other is at the foundation as to why our brother lost his life yesterday afternoon in South LA. For some nigga shit. And according to what I'm being told, okay, a former associate was angered. Okay? I'm not going to deal with the snitching, because that's not it. That's not it. I don't believe he murdered him because he told him to stay away because he was a snitch. If, in fact, that were true. That's not why he lost his life. That's not why he lost his life. Okay? He lost his life because that brother, I feel, that brother believed that Nipsey Hussle owed him something. That's why he lost his life. See, being in this conscious work You meet people all the time. I've met people over the past 20 years, and especially over the past 10 years, who think you owe them something because they were around when God put his hands on you. You have people who think that you owe them because they were in the room when God decided to bless you with divine grace. Those people didn't earn your degrees. Those people didn't give you your oratorical skill. Those people didn't bring you into this world. Those people didn't give Nipsey Hussle the intelligence that brother has to work for his community. They probably never helped them with a single business, but because they were there, they feel obligated. They feel that you are obligated to do something for them. That's why he lost his life. It was a how dare you moment. How dare you blow up, become a Grammy nominated hip hop artist, and not take me along for the ride when I was by your side. But being by your side does not obligate Brother Nipsey to do anything for you. The question isn't were you around. That's not the question. See, we got to deal with this. We got to deal with this. Watching that video of that assassination disturbed me. Watching that video of that assassination disturbed me. The brother who took Brother Nipsey's life, he was full of hate, rage, to put bullets into someone and then come back and put more bullets into them to make sure they are gone. That is jealousy. That is intense envy. That is rage. That is hatred. And why? Because you were around. Because you were around. You believe he owes you something. Nobody is owed anything because they were around. You may be owed because you assisted in a significant way in bringing about the opportunities that led to another person's life. I would agree with you. I would agree with you. I would agree that maybe some sort of restitution is owed to you if you are in fact the critical reason, or if you were a critical part in someone's ascension to success. But just because you was a part of the clique, you was a part of the crew, you was a part of the tribe, you think you're automatically entitled? I don't think so. In my 10 years on top of the Black consciousness movement, in my 10 years as the most requested Black scholar on earth, 7 continents on the planet, period, I've had people who've come out of the woodworks. I've had bookstores say we made him. I've had coons in the conscious community say we've made him. I've had elders and organizations say we made him. Well, if that's the case, I'll take some words from our brother Sean Carter, Jay-Z, who said, if you made me, go make another me. If you made me, then why can't you go make another me? Brother Nipsey was murdered because somebody thought he owed them something because they were there during the rise. Nobody is obligated to give you something just because you were there. Did you do the work? Did you do the work? What did you do to help him get to where he is? Too many people are saying they are owed because they were next to you. I was in the car. I went to school with you. We was in the same organization. Negro, what did you do to help me get to where I am? That brother died for jealousy and envy. That brother died for jealousy and envy. The same reason Malcolm passed, jealousy and envy. The same reason Tupac passed, jealousy and envy. Same reason Biggie passed, jealousy and envy. Patrice Lumumba, jealousy and envy. Thomas Sankara, jealousy and envy. Oh yes, Oh, yes. Am I saying the white man's hand was not in it? Of course. The white man loves black on black homicide. The white man loves when niggas fight. He loves it because it gives him an opportunity to complete his agenda at your expense. The white man loves to see prominent black folks at each other's neck so he can come in and exploit your differences for his own personal gain. Yes, the white man needed Patrice Lumumba dead, but it was a jealous coon who carried it out. Yes, they needed Malcolm X dead, but it was jealous coons who carried it out. Yes, they needed Dr. King dead, but it was jealous coons inside of Dr. King's camp that carried it out. Yes, they needed Thomas Sankara. Yes, they needed Amilcar Cabral dead, but it was jealous haters who carried it out. Yes, they needed Jesus Christ dead, but if it wasn't for Judas, if it wasn't for Judas, the government may have never realized their plan to assassinate the Christ. That's right. See, my first post yesterday, I said, Brother Nipsey was murdered by Judas. People said, what are you talking about, Ifa Tunde? What are you talking about, Dr. Umar? Why are you assuming it was one of us? Because I know us. Why would a white man hire a white man to go into the black community to kill a black man when there's so many other niggas ready and willing to do it for him? I'll ask the question again. Why would the white man hire a white man to go into a black community and murder a black man when there's so many black people who are willing to do it themselves? Why did you need to hire white folks to go into the Audubon ballroom to murder Malcolm when he already had enough Negroes who wanted to do it themselves? Why did they need to hire a white man to murder Sankara? Okay? When you already had enough Negroes who were willing to do it themselves. It is white supremacy plus Negro envy. It is white supremacy plus Negro envy. You can't get one without the other. We are always complicit. We are always complicit in the grand design of our oppressor. And I'm not going to rule out that the white man didn't have anything to do with this. I am not going to rule out that the white man had anything to do with this. He may have had something to do with this. Again, he exploits pre-existing tensions. He could have let the brother know where Nipsey was. He could have fabricated some text messages. We know how COINTELPRO works. I'm not saying the white man wasn't involved in this. We know he was involved because, after all, he controlled the mind of the assassin. If nothing else, the white man controlled the mind of the assassin. So he was involved directly or indirectly. We know he was involved indirectly because the mind that murdered Nipsey Hussle yesterday was not an African mind. It was a European mind. The mind that murdered Nipsey was not an African mind. It was a European mind. It may have been a black body. It may have been a black body that murdered our brother, but the mind was that of a Neanderthal. The mind was that of the pale man. Okay? The mind that murdered Nipsey was European, although the body may have been black. So we know the oppressor was indirectly involved. The only question is whether he was directly involved. But what is looking like right now, what it's looking like at this moment, is that assassination was some good old-fashioned nigger shit. I'm letting y'all know right now. Okay? I don't care how long you knew me. I don't care what you've ever done to help me or assist. I don't care which one of my organizations you are a part of. I don't care if I was your co-worker. I don't care if you brought me a nice ice cold spring water. When I do the hiring for FDMG and when I select volunteers for FDMG, that will purely be based on what is best for our boys. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. What I saw happen to our brother yesterday demands that I make it clear to everyone in the Pan-African world. Okay? Please don't relocate to Delaware thinking I'm obligated to give you a job. If you relocate to Delaware, it's because you want to be a part of the most significant black revolutionary movement in American history since Garvey. Since Garvey. That's the only reason why you're relocating to Delaware, because you want to be close to the mecca of black power, which will be the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, which will be the Team Pan-African headquarters, which will be the National Independent Black Parent Association. Move to Delaware because you want to be close to the heart and pulse of the struggle. Move to Delaware because you want to be a member of that struggle. You want to participate in that struggle. Don't move to Delaware because you expecting Dr. Umar to give you a job. Don't move to Delaware because you expecting Dr. Umar to guarantee you some sort of position of leadership or employment at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Do not come because you might be disappointed. You might be disappointed. I have 2,500 resumes. 2,500 resumes. And I'm going to choose the best people for those positions. It could be somebody I know. It may be somebody I don't know. But I'm going through every resume and I'm choosing what's best for our boys. Don't come to me telling me I owe you a damn thing. This is the business of reconstructing the African mind to bring about an authentic African world revolution. That is the purpose of FDMG. It is not about hooking up my homies. It is not about paying back former allies. That school is for our children and for our children only. I hope that Brother Nipsey's family give him a traditional Ethiopian African homegoing ceremony. Ethiopia is the birthplace of man. That's where God first put the first female. The first human being was a female, and that first human being, which was a female, gave birth to the first male. And Brother Nipsey was of the original Ethiopian people. That brother was from the original people of this earth. Our African ancestors along the Nile Valley Crescent. I hope his family, if he's Eritrean, it's the same people, brothers and sisters. Let's not flip out. Eritrea broke away from Ethiopia. Let's not get into European border disputes, okay? We are one people. I don't play tribalism. Eritrean, Ethiopian, but I do want to be clear. Our brother was Eritrean. Respect. Our brother was Eritrean. Okay? But if you've ever been to Ethiopia and Eritrea, you recognize that those are the same people. If you've ever been to Pakistan and India, you recognize that those are the same people. If you've ever been to Senegal and Gambia, you recognize that those are the same people. If you've ever been to South Africa and Lesotho, you know that those are the same people. Let's not play divide and conquer, separate and rule, because that's how our brother lost his life. That's how our brother lost his life. So I'm hoping, remember, there was an Ethiopia before there was an Eritrea. There was an Ethiopia before there was an Eritrea, okay? But I do respect the Eritrean people and the independence of the Eritrean government. And I hope that our brother gets a traditional Nile Valley homegoing ceremony, a traditional Eritrean homegoing ceremony. He deserves that. Give him an African burial with all the honors that should be bestowed upon a freedom fighter of the people, because that's what Brother Nipsey Hussle was. He was a freedom fighter for the people, and he should be buried with 4 Eritrean honors, 4 Ethiopian honors, 4 Pan-African honors, 4 Nile Valley culture honors. Let's send our brother home the right way. Let's send our brother home the right way with a beautiful, beautiful East African Eritrean homegoing ceremony. Now, with that being said, I wanted to lighten up everyone's day tonight by showing you a gift that I received in the mail from East Africa. Brother Nipsey's from East Africa, and it's so ironic that I went to the mailbox yesterday, but I finally opened it up tonight, and a brother who I never met, a brother from Tanzania, East Africa, who I never met, sent me this beautiful African statue made of mapingo wood. Brothers and sisters, look at this. Look at the artwork. Look at the detail. Look at this. A brother who I don't even know spent his own Tanzanian money to send Dr. Umar a custom-made statue of our ancestors, an ancestral tree. And for those of you who don't know, this is made out of mapingo wood. M-P-I-N-G-O, mapingo wood. Mapingo wood is one of the hardest, strongest woods in the world. It is one of the heaviest woods in the world. And if memory serves me correctly, it only grows in Tanzania. It only grows in Tanzania. This wood is so strong, brothers and sisters, you cannot drive a nail through it unless you first drill into it. You cannot screw into this wood unless you first drill into it. It is one of the blackest woods. It is one of the darkest woods. The mapingo tree is a symbol, as my brother Ibrahim taught me in the paper he sent me along with this beautiful gift. The mapingo tree is a symbol of African resistance, because you cannot break this wood. You cannot destroy this wood. And just like we are the children of Africa, we are unbreakable. We cannot be destroyed. You can beat this wood. You can slam this wood. You can try to burn this wood. You can try to hammer this wood, screw this wood, drill this wood, screw this wood, drill it. And guess what? The wood remains. This is the symbol of us, the mapingo. This statue weighs about 50 pounds. This statue weighs about 50 pounds, brothers and sisters. And I want to show this to you. I want to show you what a brother from Africa sent to Dr. Umar. I want you to see this beautiful piece of artwork that a brother I never met sent. And he said he sent it because he appreciates what I'm doing for the struggle. He said, I'm going to give you this gift, Dr. Umar, because I see what you're doing for our children and for our people. And I'm showing y'all this because at a time where the community is grieving the loss of our brother Nipsey Hussle, at a time where the community is grieving the loss of our brother Nipsey Hussle, I need you to know that there are Africans around the world. There are Africans around the world who do operate on positivity, who do operate on collectivity, who do operate on unity, who do operate on oneness, who do operate in a Pan-African mindset. I'm going to offer this to my ancestors tonight. This is going on the ancestral altar tonight. This is being given to my ancestors tonight. Okay, private ceremony, just me and the ancestors, but I want to thank my brother Ibrahim. He paid a lot of money to ship this. And I don't know if he carved this by his own hands or if he purchased it, but mapingo is also one of the most expensive woods in the world. Mapingo is also one of the most expensive woods in the world. This is one of the most expensive woods in the world. And that brother spent his own money to get this shipped all the way from East Africa, Tanzania, to your brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. Don't tell me Africans on the continent don't care about us. Don't tell me Africans on the continent don't want to unite with us. Don't tell me Africans on the continent have turned their backs. Of course you have some coons on the continent. You got coons in America. You got coons in the conscious community. We got coons all over the world. Wherever there's Africans, there's coons. But this right here was one of the most beautiful gifts I've ever received. And the fact that it came from the Fertile Crescent, the fact that it came from the land before time, the fact that it came from East Africa where God first put man, which is the black man and woman, does my heart good. On the day that we mourn our brother Nipsey Hussle, I can also smile and say the promise of Pan-Africanism is still here. I can also smile and say the promise of Pan-Africanism is still here, brothers and sisters. I'm offering this to the ancestors tonight. A piece of East Africa on my shrine. A piece, it's called Mapingo wood. M-P-I-N-G-O. Do your research on Mapingo wood, one of the hardest, strongest, most expensive woods in the world, grown exclusively in East Africa. Mapingo wood, the wood of our ancestors. This is the unbreakable wood. In fact, I'm going to start referring to African Americans as the Mapingo people. Damn that black shit. We the Mapingo people. Nat Turner was of the Mapingo. Gabriel Prosser was of the Mapingo. Denmark Vesey was of the Mapingo. Ida B. Wells was of the Mapingo. Fannie Lou Hamer was of the Mapingo. Bishop Turner was of the Mapingo. Dr. King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Huey P., Little Bobby Hutton, Fred Hampton was of the Mapingo people. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to take a couple questions. If you have a question for Dr. Umar, not a speech, but a comment or a question, go ahead and tap in and I'm going to see what I can do. I'm only going to take a few because I got to offer my new gift to the ancestors. Go ahead and tap in if somebody has a question or comment for the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm not going to keep you too long. Okay. Rashad McDaniel is unable to join. Ricky Tan, Colossal Culture. We waiting on Colossal Culture going once. Colossal Culture going twice. There we go, Colossal Culture. What's going on, black man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
All is well. Where you at in the world, brother? Where you at in the world?
I'm in Richmond, VA, man. I really want you to come out here too, man.
Richmond, VA. I will be in. I need to get out to Richmond. I ain't been to Richmond in about 3 years, my brother. So I need to get back to Richmond.
Yeah,
I definitely. Now, the closest I will be to you, just to let you know, I will be at Prince George's County Community College in Maryland, Largo, Maryland, on Thursday, May the 2nd.
Okay.
Thursday, May the 2nd. But we're going to do something in Richmond, so you make sure you take my number. Do you have my cell number?
Oh, no, I don't.
You got a pen on you?
Let me get one real quick. I'm at work, so it should be a pen somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready for you.
215.
Okay.
989.
989.
9858.
9858. Okay.
All right. So if you know of a place in Richmond that can seat about 500 people, let me know so I can look into that, because I need to get back to Gabriel Prosser City. I got to get on back to Gabriel Prosser City. So definitely let me know. But you be safe out here, brother, because a lot of us we not in our African minds. We in our European minds. A lot of brothers out here on these streets are in our European minds. So I need you to stay safe out there. All right.
Most definitely. I wanted before we go, man. I just wanted to tell you thank you, man. I appreciate everything that you're doing. I'm watching your videos for a couple of years now. You helped me pick up books and just figure more about myself. So I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. You ain't dating no white girls, are you? All right.
Nah.
All right.
Never.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Never. Follow me. You'll see. You'll see.
Hey, black man for black woman. That's the only way we doing it. That's the only way we doing it.
That's a fact.
Get in touch with me, brother.
Keep this live up so I can post this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got you.
All right.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
Be safe, man.
All right.
Richmond, Virginia. Okay, let's see who else we got. Waiting for Kalani. Kalani going once. Kalani going twice. Where you at, Kalani? Kalani going 3 times. I think we got Kalani. Sister Kalani, how you doing?
Hey, Dr. Umar Johnson.
How's everything, beautiful? Where you at in the world?
Everything's going okay. How are
Say that
you?
again. Where are you?
Oh, I'm in Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Okay, princess. What's your question or comment? Everything going okay for you?
Well, I've been trying to talk to you for a minute now.
Okay.
Like, I love everything that you're doing. You're really like, I don't know, your history, walking, like as we speak right now, you're just history to me. I have sickle cell anemia, and I have a 14-month-old son.
Okay.
And you know, you already know how sickle cell is, you know, and stuff like that. And it's crazy because like I really need to, like, I'm trying to start my own 501c because it's not really a lot that you can do. But I mean, we can protest and things of that nature, but people really don't respect you when you don't. You get what I'm saying? When you don't have the right the paperwork, when you don't have the education. So right now I am in school to, you know, just get my bachelor's in nursing. And I'm also, you know, trying to start my 501c to, you know, basically, you know, raise, you know, be able to raise the awareness and stuff like that on sickle cell. Every year, me and my mom and stuff, we go down to Congress, and we, you know, we fight and stuff, and we bring some of our doctors come with us, and we show them like how many deaths, you know, sickle cell has caused in a year, how billions of dollars that we're bringing into the pharmaceutical companies alone, and the other billions that we're bringing into, you know, the hospitals, and just, you know, all of this stuff that, you know, we contribute the same as the cancer patients. We see the same doctors as the cancer patients and everything. And it's just like they still have yet to state this is a state of emergency. And you know, when they state a disease is a state of emergency, is one, you have to inform the public, and two, you have to you know, start funding to, you know, and make laws in the hospital where it's protocol for these types of patients. And you know, in the children's world, in the children's hospital, Dr. Umar, when we go in with a crisis, I swear to you not, we go straight back. Like we skip around, we go straight back. You know, they start fluids, everything. But it's crazy because as we start to get older, our doctors and nurses and everybody, they start, you know, tell us that you know, you're going to the adult world, and you know it can get scary. So they just, you know, like you guys got to really take care of you yourselves. You know, it's not going to be the same in the adult world. Like, these are health professionals, like my doctor that I've been with for like 10 years, just telling me, like, you know, Kalani, you know, make sure, you know, you take this medicine, and make sure you do this. Make sure, you know, you
let me jump in on you. 3 things that come to mind. Okay. Number 1. You may want to have a consult with Dr. Sebi's wife in Brooklyn. She has a store in Brooklyn. Okay. And they have proven to eliminate sickle cell, to reverse it. Okay. That's 1. Number 2, you might also want to have a consult with Dr. Laila Africa. He is also one of our foremost nutritionists and naturopathic doctors who has also reversed many diseases. Okay. I want you to take my number, because you're going to text me, and I'm going to send you the information on how to get in contact with both of them. Okay. Dr. Sebi's wife, as well as Dr. Laila Africa, who's in Indiana. So let me know when you have the pen.
Okay, I'm getting the pen right now.
Okay.
I carry pens with me everywhere I go. Okay, I have the pen and the paper.
Okay. 215
215
989
989
9858.
9858.
Yes. And what I want you to do, text me tomorrow morning, because if you text me tonight and I look at it, I may forget to get back to you. But if you text me in the morning, I'll text that right to your phone. Okay. Third thing, because you have a baby that has sickle cell, right?
No. He has trait.
He has the
It's
trait.
just,
He just has the trait.
yeah, he has a trait.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. The trait also runs in my family. I don't have it, but it runs in my family. Here's the other thing too. You and your mother could work with me to start a national Black sickle cell foundation where we organize all the Black people in the country with sickle cell, and we train them and we unite them. Okay. So we can all come together under the same umbrella and work together on solutions and strategies, techniques, put out a regular newsletter for Black people with sickle cell, because sickle cell can be a very, very dangerous condition. People die from it. Okay. And we have so many Black people with sickle cell. I know because I get their emails, I get their phone calls, and I want you and your mother to work with me. So when we open up the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy as part of the national, it's okay to cry, babe, it's okay, but as part of the National Independent Black Parent Association, y'all can help me organize so we can service all of our Black children who have that trait. You follow me? That's what we want to do. Yes. It's okay to cry. You let that pain out. Don't keep it in, because energy can only kill you. Let that energy out. It's okay to cry. You're not by yourself. I'm with you. Everybody else on this live feed is also with you, little sister. And I want you to get in touch with me, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you to work, and we're going to set up an email account, and we're going to start letting people know that if you have sickle cell, email the sister. You're going to create a database. We're going to create a database of all the Black people in the country with sickle cell. And then once FDMG is open next year, we're going to have a conference, a National African American Sickle Cell Conference, where we can all come together and unite and organize to help protect ourselves for those of us who have the sickle cell. What do you think about that?
I love it. Like, and that's what made me tear, because it's just like I said, I've worked with like doctors and stuff for years, and it's we're gonna organize this and that stuff. Like, I remember when you were talking about the Black Lives Matter movement and stuff. Like, I just didn't understand. Sickle cell really affects people of African descent. I'm not understanding why aren't people wearing the burgundy ribbons? If this is y'all movement, like, why not put, you get what I'm saying, a disease that affects, our people, to be exact. Why are y'all, you get what I'm saying, y'all walking for Black Lives Matter. Why y'all not, you get what I'm saying, bringing to the world, y'all, being televised and going to all these meetings and organizing. Why not, you get what I'm saying, also bring up why y'all talking to, these higher power people. Oh, and this is also a disease that affects our people the most, and they're getting treated like trash in the hospital by health professionals. And it feels like, to be kicked. I never kick nobody while they're down. And we're sick. In the adult world, it feels, you're getting kicked while you're already down. Like, you're sick. And it's just like, they don't care. There's a lot of racist doctors.
Yes, it is.
With you not. Yes, and it's just like, I'm already in pain. You see me screaming and crying, and it's, she can wait. We have a gunshot victim coming in, or just all these other things. And it's just, sometimes you feel like, because like I said, I was born like this. I just feel like I'm in a, you get what I'm saying? I'm in a prison without doing a crime. You get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in prison. I didn't do nothing. I was born like this. And when I say, we go to Congress, we just want you guys to make this a national state of emergency, so y'all could really put it in these books and in schools and inform the public. Because if Black people know that you cannot procreate, if you have the trait, you cannot procreate with somebody else that has the trait. Or if you have sickle cell, you cannot procreate with somebody that has the trait sickle cell. If we know this and educate ourselves on this, a lot of, you get what I'm saying, there will be you get what I'm saying, the percentage will decrease, because we know. Right.
Take that number, text me. You have a lot more to say, and I want to hear it all. So text me, and maybe we'll do a three-way with you, your mom, and myself, and let's talk about how we're going to get this African American Sickle Cell Association off the ground. We on it. All right, love. Stay positive, and I look to talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right, sweetie.
I will. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right. See, brothers and sisters, that's why we need FDMG. That's why we need that campus. That's why we need those 4 buildings, brothers and sisters, because you saw our little sister crying there. She was in pain about sickle cell.
You understand? Her baby has the trait. We need to organize. We need to fight. We need to heal each other. That's what's going to be going down FDMG. We turning over every stone that's never been turned over. We starting every organization that's never been started. If you're trying to be a part of the movement, if you're trying to be a part of the movement as an employee or a volunteer, send in your resume. If you just want to be a volunteer, you can even text me and tell me what your skills are. You got to have something to offer, though. What can you offer? There must be something for you to offer to be a part of the Team Pan-African FDMG NIBPA movement. You feel me? Make sure y'all donate to the school as well. Make sure y'all donate. Send your checks and money orders payable to the FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. I repeat, FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. All right. Okay. Goddess Butterfly, where you at? We waiting on Goddess Butterfly right now. Going once, Goddess Butterfly. Goddess Butterfly, how you doing, Queen?
Hi, Doctor. How are you?
Where you calling from? Where you based at, sis?
Right now I'm in New Jersey.
What part?
Plainfield.
Plainfield. I'll be speaking in Newark, New Jersey on what's that date? May 5th, Sunday, May 5th. I'll be in Newark, New Jersey. But go right ahead, sweetie.
I just opened up a school in Virginia.
Ah, okay.
For nurse education.
Okay.
Excuse me, I've been up for 24 hours and I finally got some rest. But
no problem.
I wanted to just really just chime in on how important you leaders are to our community and how you guys are getting snuffed from us while you guys are buds. Mm-hmm. And it breaks my heart that a lot of Black women are seen as quote unquote nagging when a lot of us are intuitive and we're really just trying to protect you. We're really just trying to give you information that says, don't go out this way. Don't go that way. Don't do this. Don't do that. That person is not the best interest for you, or that's not the best location. And it seems as if we're quote unquote nagging, or we're quote unquote, you know, trying to impede, or we're too masculine. That's a good word to use.
Okay.
And I just wanted to encourage that we need our leaders to really educate us on becoming more militant, becoming more one-minded and unified in the different aspects of how creative we are. There's so many of us that are doing so many beautiful things. We're getting back in touch with holistic thinking, holistic eating, getting the mucus out of our bodies, understanding and opening up our pineal glands. Like, so many of us are reconnecting with what's been inside of us this entire time. So I wanted to just, congratulate you on being a martyr for making sure that your school goes up, because I've been a supporter since you initially mentioned it.
Thank you.
I've always wanted to get in contact with you in regards of really opening up the nurse education aspect of it. I heard my son just celebrated his 19th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm so proud of such a great man. And, you know, he was like, Mom, why all of the girls just want to go to nursing? You know, some kids were making fun of it. And I'm like, well, if you ever hear that, you stop it. And I'm going to explain to you why. At one point in time, if we didn't nurse you back to health, you die.
That's right.
At one point in time, we the ones who were able to heal your wounds, who were giving you breast milk in order to consume anything. At one point in time, if we did not heal you, you die.
That's right.
It is something that is genetically, spiritually, and naturally attached to us.
That's
and
right.
I really would love to, I took your number down, and I would really love to, give the operation. Right now we're doing MedTechs and PCAs. We're expanding to CNAs by this fall. And then I'm going to expand into an LPN program. I really want the nursing field, unfortunately, I don't want to sound prejudice, but it's very, very flooded with foreign individuals, and it's as if the American is not as good.
Okay.
And that is the least of true.
Mm.
And I really want to encourage so many people who would like to become and increase their knowledge in healing. It's not just about physical chemicals. It's so much more. And I really wanted to just reach out just to really ask that you guys start to implement codes of discipline to get us more unified. We got to protect you guys.
Gotcha.
Because they're taking you guys from us before you are even really able to make a staple. And
True.
my heart is breaking for Nipsey Hussle and his family. My heart is breaking for the other Black Lives Matter young lady that was found dead.
Yes.
And the mother who lost her son by a hanging, so-called
Yes.
suicide.
Yes.
They're killing us right in our faces. And because we are so consumed with self-hate, we believe at first sight that it's us.
That's
we
true.
automatically believe that it's us. And I'm tired of that narrative. It's infiltrating. And
It is.
of course, all kinfolk, all skinfolk and kinfolk.
That's
but
right.
I believe that there are a number of us growing. The generation behind us are listening. They are
Yes.
seeing that we need to really unite. That
Yes.
we're at war, and people don't want to hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool to shuck jive, have fun, because if you don't laugh, you gotta cry. If you don't cry, you don't laugh. Sometimes you gotta laugh from crying. But
That's
then
right.
there's times to be actually ready, prepared, to actually be educated, to
That's right.
know how to stock up, to know how to heal a family member without the chemicals.
That's
to
right.
know that they are really killing us through every educational. I broke my heart when I really found out that everything I learned was a lie growing up in school.
Mm-hmm.
All of these
Gotcha.
founders that in Virginia are still monuments, and I'm like, but that's not reality. And it really broke my heart. So I really want to encourage you to make sure that you have individuals around you that are going to protect you. Make sure that you start to speak to other young people who are growing, that want to influence, and make sure that they know to have the system that's going to protect them. And make sure that we understand that we really got to protect you guys. Imagine if Pac was still alive. Imagine if Martin and Malcolm was still alive. Imagine where our growth would be. So now that we know that they're gone, we have to really step up and say, you're not going to take them from us anymore.
Yes, indeed.
Everyone
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
out here trying to really grow and make sure that our community understand wealth, understand land.
That's right.
Understand how we eat, understanding exercise, understanding energy flow. It's already in us. It's innate. And a lot of us don't understand it. I never understood why I had so much anxiety. But growing, I'm realizing it was just an empathic thing.
That's right.
It was an empath thing that I was born with that a lot of us don't know.
Gotcha.
We're so intuitive. So I just wanted to thank you for doing what you're doing. I've been a supporter for many years now.
Thank you, sister. And you got that number. Make sure you get with me so we can see how we can link it all up.
I would love to. You will hear from me.
Okay.
The school is called Empathic Health Learning Services out of Richmond, Virginia. We're budding. We're growing. And at this point, I'm just mentoring the young ladies in school. I'm doing public speaking, letting them know that your body is your temple.
That's right.
And there are predators that are very real. And it's very important that we decide to hold our bodies so that our spiritual elevates. And
I'm with you, Queen. Got you.
Encouraging so many just to understand how important that how we're connected beyond our understanding to the source.
Got you.
Really get in tune. And we want
make sure you reach out, babe. Make sure you reach out so we can link up.
Thank you.
All right, love. Thank you for that call. Appreciate you.
Have a good night.
All right now. All right, strong sister. Just to let you guys know, Dr. Umar Johnson will be speaking this Saturday, April the 6th, in Buffalo, New York. St. Luke AME Zion Church this Saturday, Buffalo, New York. Come through. It's going to be crazy. We're going to deal with school to prison pipeline. We're going to deal with Pan-Africanism. We're going to deal with white supremacy. We're going to touch on self-hate. We're going to honor our brother Nipsey, black male-female relationships, the political economy. We're going to deal with unity. We're going to deal with vaccinations. We're going to deal with police genocide. We're going to deal with Pan-Africanism. This Saturday, Buffalo, New York, 4 o'clock, St. Luke AME Zion. And then the very next day, Sunday, April 7th, I will be in Syracuse, New York. Syracuse, New York, Sunday, April the 7th, okay, at the People's AME Zion Church on South Salina Street. And that's at 4 o'clock, okay? Back to back this weekend, Buffalo and Syracuse, all children free, all elders free. Everyone else get your tickets, drumarjohnson.com, drumarjohnson.com. Cleveland, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. The last Saturday of this month, April the 27th, Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, Liberty Hill Baptist Church. Liberty Hill Baptist Church, Cleveland, Ohio, Saturday, April the 27th at 4 o'clock. Doors open up at 2 o'clock. Okay? Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. Brick City, Newark, New Jersey. Sunday, May the 5th. Prince George's County Community College in Largo. Prince George's County Community College in Largo. Thursday, May 2nd. Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford, Connecticut. First time in Hartford, Connecticut. Malcolm X Day. Sunday, May 19th. Okay. Long Island, New York, July the 14th. Long Island, New York, July the 14th. Long Island, New York, July the 14th. Brazil, South America. Brazil, South America. The Prince of Pan-Africanism will be in Brazil in November. I will be in the Bahamas in November. I will be in Angola probably next month in May. And of course, we have the Africa group trip to Ghana. We'll be in Ghana from July 25th to August the 4th. July 25th to August the 4th. If you're interested in going to Ghana, all you have to do is text me, okay? And I will give you the information that you need to contact Sister Sharifa so you can be registered. It's the Quadricentennial, 400 years is going down. Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. Sunday, June 23rd, Meharry College. Nashville, Tennessee. Sunday, June 23rd, Meharry College. Jacksonville, Florida, and Orlando, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida, and Orlando, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida, and Orlando, Florida. Back to back, August the 30th and August the 31st. August the 30th and August the 31st. Jacksonville, Florida, Orlando, Florida, back to back. San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, triple threat tour coming up. Oklahoma City and Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oklahoma City and Tulsa, Oklahoma coming up real soon. Macon, Georgia. Macon, Georgia. First time in town. Macon, Georgia. June the 6th. And we're going to try to do Savannah, okay, or Columbus, Georgia. Savannah or Columbus, Georgia. We're going to try to do that right after Macon on June the 7th. I'm trying to hit as many cities as I can this year because this is the last stand. This is Ifa Tunde's last stand because 2020 is FDMG. I won't be able to travel no more. 2020 is FDMG. I won't be able to travel no more. Let me take a few more questions. Who up next? Who up next? Nashville, Tennessee.